indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for coming tonight for our short meeting. We're going to begin with an approval of the minutes from last week. You guys had a chance to look at them.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as printed.
First, I'm gonna insert just a few corrections. There were some changes that happened as a result of Williamson and the vouchers and the bill payment. It doesn't really change the total, but it changes some of our numbers. So I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes with the notations corrected as.
I'll make
Done
that
by the
motion
board.
as corrected. Second.
Thank you.
Vote.
I guess we will vote. I'm looking around for any other opinion.
Oh.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, and now on to our treasurer's report for tonight.
You want me to do it?
Sure.
All right, authorized payment of the bills, fund vouchers, number 29 through 67. In the amount of $78,865.29. F&G fund vouchers, number 9 through 23, an amount of $112,819.88. And the TA fund vouchers, number 2 through 4, in the amount of $7,960.71.
Is there a second?
Second motion.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye, unanimous. Thank you. Next up is privilege of the floor. We do have a few guests tonight. I'd like to go first.
Want me to go first?
Sure.
So as you know, we were talking about that, and Pat had been part of it, so we're in the sales tax meetings. The county gave us, so as you know, we're gonna take a big hit. By 2029, we're gonna be down to 16%. And so I've called these supervisors and village mayor meeting here. We're gonna have it April 2nd. Because we've got to figure out, the county left it to us to figure out how we're gonna. Our percentage of it, how we're gonna break it down. We can break it down by property, population, a combination, different combinations. So we're working on that. So we're gonna have, I called that, it's gonna be here April 2nd, town of Homer. We gotta come up with the way we want that broke down, and it makes a difference. For each municipality. I got the formulas here. So we're working on that. Part of what I'm saying is. We gotta look at it and be fair to all the municipalities, because we got a lot of little, like you got Kyler, and we got some that are way out. No matter what they do, they're never gonna increase anything, so. Homer and the village may have to take a little bit of a haircut, but to even it out for everybody, so everybody doesn't take a big hit, because. We can maximize what we get by population. But that really hurts some of the smaller, so, and we're not talking huge numbers difference, but it makes a big difference in our budget. But again, it's gonna be what the majority votes that night. We gotta give it to the county hasn't officially voted on it, but they have said, this is what you're getting, this is all you're getting, you guys work it out. They're finish their negotiations with the city of what their split was gonna be.
Let's see, nice.
So we have to work with that, but we are gonna take. Well, for the town of Homer, we're gonna lose 400,000 to 600,000, and you get will be in the same boat by 29, so. Repair, but it's going down 5% every year to hit 16 in the next 4 years. So we've got to work with that. Part of what we did at our last town board meeting, we donated, we're doing a donation of 10,000 towards your fire truck purchase.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
We approved the concept at our board meeting, our lawyers were writing the paperwork so we can make it official. The downstairs, of course, we haven't got our blueprints back. I've been working hard on trying to get them, so we need to work remodeling. And part of that will be a generator. Because this week or last week, we were out 5 hours without. When I talk too much, I start losing my voice. It's been a long day. We formed a building committee. We asked Chief Pittman to be on it and Pat Clune. There's gonna be a lot of decisions as we're making it, and the biggest share of their downstairs is for the police department, so I thought it was very important that he be part of the decision making. if something has to change, or he wants this molding or whatever, so we've asked them to be on that. Oh, let's see, so. And the other thing is, nothing minor, we contracted for the landscaping around here to trim the bushes and keep it looking nice. Also asked them to give us a price on putting some more shrubs or flowers in to spruce the building up outside, because it looks pretty drab. You know, in the spring, I mean, the building looks nice, but see if we can get some more colors. Because we appreciate what the village is doing and how nice our village looks, and so. We're trying to work with that, our comprehensive plan is in. We reapproved the rewrite and apply for a grant, which affects the town. We also approved the Post Standard to be our official paper, I think a couple of days before you guys did. I mean, that's not a whole lot of choices. Then, of course, our reevaluation, that's underway, so we'll be getting letters and stuff. And that's gonna be painful for everybody. It's a 2-year process, but it's really gonna help us on our sales tax. We
It's
got
the right thing to do. You gotta do it every 10 years,
Yeah,
just to average out.
well, you'll see in these sheets here,
It's the right thing.
it's a huge difference in our evaluation on the percentage of sales tax, so it's more important now than ever that we get that. So other than that, that's all I have from the town, unless you guys got a question for me on the town.
One question about your April 2nd meeting, and I do appreciate you taking the lead to get our municipalities together to try and speak with one voice where they can. What time is it?
It's at 6 o'clock.
Okay, do you know if Pat is already aware of the time or?
Yeah, Pat knows about it, but I was gonna talk to him again, and I wanna schedule a meeting. Is he gone all week?
Probably.
So we got time next week. I wanna get together with him too, over this,
Good Friday.
this formula, because besides Cortlandville, our 2 municipalities are the next 2 big players in this Cortlandville. I mean, they're gonna take a haircut too, but their budget is, even as Ed was saying earlier, and their income doesn't affect them like it affects us. And it affects, and I realize it affects you more, you have more services than we have. So, you know, we're all taking it seriously, but that's what we have to. Other than that,
Yeah, it's upsetting to make the choice about cutting services.
I mean,
or
any
raising
one of you are
taxes.
welcome to, but we should have, I'm hoping at least 20. About 20 supervisors or mayors, you know, you get. Former mayor, marathon mayor, village, McGraw mayor.
You have room for a legislator?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, it's an open
It's
meeting,
open,
so
yeah.
everybody's welcome, but I really need the supervisors and stuff there, because we gotta come to an agreement. On how we wanna see this split.
Yeah.
Our split of it, how we wanna. If we don't, the county's just gonna say, well, this is what you're getting, and that's that.
For sure.
So, yeah. Yeah, wow. I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, hey,
Where was the meeting at? I'm sorry.
What's that?
Where was the meeting gonna be at?
April 2nd, it's gonna be downstairs.
Oh, downstairs. Okay.
All right. Anything further for privilege of the floor?
Adam,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor, if I might, before I do, are the plaque, I might be hallucinating, are the plaques new?
brand new.
They
I
look
just
good,
saw it for the
First day.
first time tonight.
very stylish. Wanna, congratulate trustee Porter and trustee Arnold. Thank you for stepping up and being on board. It's good to see you. But a couple things I just wanted to update the village board on. This past February, end of February, I had the privilege of attending NISAC, the New York State Association of Counties Conference, representing the village and the town of Homer. Wonderful 3 days of interacting with county legislators and administrators from across New York State. Attended a variety of workshops covering issues of childcare, covering issues of economic development and tourism, covering challenges of first responders and issues facing veterans. So it was a very comprehensive, very engaging 3 days. I'm glad to have attended that. I do want to say, in reference to Supervisor Park's remarks, he pretty much said it all. I stand with you on this. My vote still is a no. We pay one of the highest property tax burdens in the entire country, here in central New York, and particularly here in Cortland County. And I'm not gonna sit here and see that go even higher for the residents of my district. So I'm with you on this. It's not where I want to see us going, but. And, you know, the county, yes, we have our fiscal issues, but some of those are of our own making. Some of those, I think there are other ways out that we could be pursuing, but that's where we're going. I do want to update the board of the resignation, if you haven't seen already, of county administrator or retirement rather, county administrator Rock Fora at the end of May. So we will be getting a new county administrator sometime around that time. Want to wish him well. He's given several decades worth of service to the county, and his services and his knowledge will be missed. Beyond that, in let's see, Tuesday, less than a week will be the first day that Centro comes to Portland County. We are very excited about this. We're very optimistic about the opportunities that this is going to have for many of our county residents. There will be a route right here through Homer, and I believe Mayor Clune has already met with the planning department of the county on that. So I think the residents of the village and the town should have a lot to look forward to with how we're revisiting and reimagining public transportation in the county, and I'm very excited about that. Free ride day on Monday, you can ride for free, so definitely take advantage of that. Beyond that, we have designated the post standard as you have as our official paper of record, given the unfortunate withdrawal collapse of the Cortland Standard. So that is where official publications and records will be produced for the county legislature. Your time, happy to answer any questions you might have.
Just thank you for you're fighting for us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely,
You got my vote next time you run.
appreciate that.
I always appreciate you coming and giving us the updates, so thank you. Anyone further who wants to speak? Going once, going twice, okay. Moving on to old business, we're gonna do a brief update on some of our grants, and since Phil is here, we'll put him on the spot. With the sidewalk grant, winter is ending, the ice is gone. What's your plan for continuing to work on sidewalks?
To get it started middle of April.
Okay.
We got next week coming, so hopefully in between spring cleanup and that, so we'll be busy.
Thank you for that. How much are you hoping to get done this summer?
The rest of it, yeah.
Okay.
This last year, as far as I'm concerned. Gotta try to do what we can do.
And how many linear feet is it?
Yeah, probably about 7,000, I think.
If you need to hire some interns kind of thing, I would.
No, I
do
got
that.
help.
You know, there's
Well,
plenty of
good
people
crew.
that would, probably like to work this summer if they could. Yeah, and that helps the community and they don't have to travel, and I bet you'll do all right there if you need it. I would.
Since I'm new, is there a plan for this, the 7,000 feet, where are they?
Yeah, we're gonna finish, actually, I think there's 300 or 400 foot left on the north side of James Street headed towards 281.
Mhm.
And we're gonna turn around the little piece right down here on the other end of James. Excuse me, by the post office, that little section there, and then we plan on going straight up Cuba Street on the north side of Cuba, right to 280.
Right.
Those are horrible.
They are.
We're gonna do some more counts. Right?
Yep.
This is an ongoing grant we did call Walkable Homer. It's a 50-50 grant, it's not the best, but we decided to go with it, and it's basically sidewalk work to all the various schools throughout the village. Make it a little more accessible and safe.
What's our ribbon park?
Linear Park, Fran is the portman on the closing. It's out of the AG's office and back to the parks. They're doing their final review, most likely early summer for reimbursement. So that is at least left the AG, that was the big hurdle.
It's good to see the progress. Hopefully, we're going to get some more answers soon.
Yep. And then there's Salt Shed has been put in for reimbursement. That's all already been reviewed. That should be coming within a few weeks back to the village. The other grants we're doing. Sorry, you have someone to question.
The dam?
Yeah, dam will need to be let. We'll have to do an RFP probably early summer. Still trying to work with, New York State there, since we had a disaster last, summer that we were part of. We have 404 mitigation money, which is, there's 406 and 404 through FEMA. 406 is mitigation for things that got damaged within the disaster. 404 is mitigations that are extra funds that you have a project, i.e. a dam, to render safe. You can ask for additional funding to mitigate that problem. So we're in the process of doing that. So hopefully we'll get some extra funds as well with regard to that dam project. We've got smart growth for our comp plan. That means RFP. We need to RFP our DRI small project funding. It's about $500,000 part of the DRM monies to give to local businesses in the central district area. What else? Simulator for the police department. Room has been built up in the balcony area of town hall. Just talked to the chief today. Simulator is looking to come next week. Once it's come and we've accepted, I can put in for reimbursement. So it's another 100K plus back to the village. And that's a great grant because it's 100%. Don't have to have any match. So. Excellent.
Thanks for the updates. Moving on now to new business. First item on our agenda is to approve the Homer Fire Department participation in Portland County Mutual Aid Plan. And I believe we're going to hear from Doug Van Etten on that.
Thanks for having me tonight. Not a lot new to say on this. The mutual aid plan has been a longstanding provision, not just in Cortland County's fire service, but throughout the state of New York and countrywide. We rely on our neighbors as they rely on us in major incidents. You were just talking about last July's events that taxed your Homer Fire Department. We relied on help from our neighbors on that night. This week, it seems like we've been going out of town and helping out there with a fire both in Cortlandville Friday night and a fire last night in McGraw. The mutual aid plan is what governs that, guides that, and kind of sets the expectations and agreements from the various authorities having jurisdiction of the fire departments. So that's just a quick primer on that. I'd answer any questions you have.
Doug, are there any changes this year as opposed to the aid plan that was approved last year?
There are not any changes that I'm aware of.
It's a good thing.
Yep.
You know, we've been doing it a long time and it's covers you for insurance in case they wreck a truck driving out of town and that kind of thing. So it's a smart thing to do for the village.
It saves us from duplicating a lot of resources on the equipment side. And it really allows us access to greater amounts of personnel on those occasions where we need it. We're not the city of Syracuse with multiple shifts like you just heard about the major fire they had and how taxing that was. So for us to find the people to do the job, the mutual aid process certainly is critical, especially on larger or longer term events.
We need a motion.
We do.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resolution for mutual aid for our fire department, the county or wherever it goes. Yeah, through the county.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate you excusing me so I can go to a school board meeting. Welcome to Trustee Porter. It's good to see you, Ed.
Yeah, good to see you too, Doug.
Thank you, folks.
All right, next up, we have a proposed retainer agreement with Orrick, Harrington and Sutcliffe, who would work as bond counsel to the village.
Done this in the past, we're just re-upping because we're continuing on with this part 2 of the sewer improvement project and also trying to do that new water tank. So they're a helpful service for us. Giving us some of these bands and the EFT work that we do.
I'll make a motion that we accept the Orrick law firm as our counsel,
Bond council.
bond counsel. Yes.
Second that.
Any discussion or questions for Dan? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Unanimous. Thank you. All right, next up is to approve the Portland Youth Bureau grant agreement.
Who's that?
You familiar with it?
So this is with the Cortland County Youth Bureau, it's for a youth sports program. I put in for them to help with a portion of our equipment. First, we're gonna be needing either new football helmets or recertified football helmets. So this will cover a portion of that expense.
The amount here is $2,112 if we use for football helmets. Want to make a motion to accept the grant agreement?
I'll make a motion to accept the grant agreement as stated.
Second the motion.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for our rec director? All in favor? Aye, unanimous. All right, next up. I hear a motion to approve the village clerk as trustee for the Earl Abbey Maintenance Trust.
You wanna try one, Eddie?
What is the Earl Abbey Maintenance Trust?
There's a building on Gilbert Cemetery called Earl Abbey, that houses certain family members, and this trust was put in place many years ago to maintain it. Since I've been here in 17, we actually only used it once, and it was to replace the slate roof that's on top of it. But it's a trust that we go through Edward Jones on, and they keep money into it. There's dividends that come with it, and there's I forget which funds they utilize the money for, but the balance usually hovers around 200 to 250. Okay, but it's just something that we entered into a long time ago, what the village did. And so this is just we have to have a trustee.
Yeah.
That's part of it
Change the
to make
door,
decisions.
like instead of roof.
And the name that we have attached to it now is of an employee who's no longer with the village, so. I'll do up there.
Gotta do that, okay. I motion that we approve the village clerk as trustee for the Earl Abbey Maintenance Trust.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye, unanimous, thank you. Next up is to approve the CNY Living History 25th Annual Brockway Truck Show back here again in Homer,
You're on a roll.
scheduled for August 9th of 2025.
You can see per her email, there's quite a number of things to get done. But I don't believe this village office will be managing all of that, but will certainly be an additional portion.
Right. Right, Cindy was here for our last meeting 2 weeks ago, and we certainly appreciate her getting the ball rolling, identifying all of the things that need to be done. She's been organizing this, or has been a prominent person organizing this for several years now, so she's got a good sense of what makes it go smoothly in the village.
I know our stores and stuff really like it because there's a lot of people and everybody's really friendly and I guess the truck people really like coming here, so it's they love it, so no reason not to continue. You wanna?
Yeah, I move to approve the CNY Living History 25th Annual Brockway Truck Show on the 9th of August.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right, finally, for new business, I think we've selected April 26th, 2025 as Amnesty Day for the village, for people looking to do some spring cleanup. I think that's a little earlier than you've had it in the past, Phil.
Yeah, we just got a lot going on this
Yeah.
year, so we usually have it in May, but
This will be coordinated with the police department, just for
Yep.
village residents who will be asked to show ID when they drop things off here in the center of the village. How many truckloads do you usually handle with this?
fill 4 dumpsters probably at least twice, but it has gone down from past years.
Everybody's already gotten rid of their stuff.
Excuse me?
Everybody's gotten rid of their stuff,
Oh,
or at least
yeah.
working on it.
Keep finding more stuff.
Keeps coming.
I know, I'm finding more stuff in my house, I don't know how I do.
I'll make a motion that we approve Amnesty Day for 4/26.
Okay, thank you. And the hours will be 8 to 4 for
Yeah.
Amnesty Day this year.
Just like before, you come in the front of the street department and you exit at the compost area, so it's a one-way deal.
I second the motion.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. All right, that concludes our new business for tonight, and our attorney had to leave. He was double booked for another meeting. So moving on to any comments from board members. Ed, do you want to start?
I'm just happy that we have two people here that are fighting for us on the sales tax. That is really gonna bite the village, and I believe residents that you have a pretty good, strong board here that's really gonna work hard to figure out how to do this with the least amount of pain, because it's gonna be ugly. And I think you got a good group of people supporting you, and we're gonna do our very best.
Thank you.
I have no comments at this time.
Okay, thank you. And I just want to thank everyone who's here for bearing with me tonight. Happily, our mayor comes back very soon.
I'll make a motion that way, adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. And so we are adjourned.